directing it both towards Asami and at Hiroshi. And we need saving throws.
Simon over here like.
Could I use a react? Could I use a reaction to try and push Hiroshi out of the way?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're pretty far away.
Yeah.
And
even if I wasn't, I've already used my movement speed.
Actions like those would require you to actually have a feature that allows you to do that.
Okay.
And you said it's a dexterity saving throw?
Yep, in the chat. I'm going to need both you and Shred to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Alright.
Why Dexter? What is it doing? Oh.
Sorry, Star. It was just a thought.
It's fine.
Ooh. That hurts.
Well, Asami's going to take full damage from this.
Oh no.
Who's doing this?
Yankee,
In front of you.
did you not hear me?
Okay, I'm making sure it wasn't our ally that we just made.
All right, so
I mean, if you
Hiroshi
want
is
to spar with
taking
me
half
sometime, sure.
of 16, and Asami is taking 16 acid damage.
Oh, it just
How are you
applied
already
half.
damaged to Asami?
It just
Screaming cock boys, you're
applied
gonna
half to
concentration.
Asami again.
And I have to do a concentration check.
Yeah, it doubled
What do you
down
mean
on-
just applied half to?
It doubled down on
Asami.
damage
Asami, you
to
were-
Asami.
Asami, don't touch. If you applied it yourself, don't do that. Let me do that for you.
Okay. Sorry.
All right, so Asami is at 8 hit points, and Hiroshi is still fairly healthy. However, that was a gnarly hit.
And I believe I was able to keep my concentration.
Yeah.
Yep.
My concentration saving throw.
All right, Yuto, it's your turn.
Right away, he knows upon hearing what Simon was saying. Right away, when they hear tremor sense, like, yeah, no matter what, he regrets not being a bird, and he regrets not born being a bird because otherwise they wouldn't be able to see him in the air, or be able to sense he's in the air. But obviously now, that thing's gonna find him no matter what. So there's no use in hiding, unfortunately, just like Simon was explaining there. And if only he had like some stuff to throw, but the only things he has to throw are oil, and unless anybody has a fire on them, that would not be able to work whatsoever. And even then, I'd have to roll for throwing, which would suck. So at this point,
you can still do damage to them. You can attack them with your sword. They're not immune or otherwise like impossible to damage with melee. It's just that time your weapon bouncing off is the way I was describing how you missed.
Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I could still do melee. It's just like, if anything, I was just gonna say, like, if I had like anything like throwing stars and everything like that, like or even kunai or anything like that, I'd still be able to do damage from afar rather than just go attack. I could still do the melee for sure, which I may actually consider doing. But
Hold up.
yeah,
Hold up.
Yep, holding up. Yep.
As Yuto is like looking at the weapon in his hand, Simon will quickly go. Simon's clever. He goes, Yuto does not look like they have a ranged weapon. They did not grab one. And he will hold up his crossbow, which is still loaded, and go, Yuto, need this?
Huh. Without even hesitation, I just look up, seeing Simon. I recognize what it's in the hand, or a hand paw. I nod almost instantly, and I just hold out my hand paw.
I don't think I can
This
throw
could
it
work.
that far.
As a quick reminder, you do have daggers. Daggers can be thrown.
I do? Okay. Let me just see my inventory here.
Yeah,
For some
so-
reason, I don't have daggers. I see weapons, short sword, and consumables, ball bearings, hooded lantern,
You
oil,
have
and rope. I don't-
daggers right there. You have 2 of them in your inventory, like in the bag icon area. You're looking at the
Oh.
deep. I think you're looking at your features, which is
Yeah.
your favorites.
Dagger, is that in the bag, or which bag is that?
No, daggers. I can see it in your inventory in the bag icon. You
Oh,
have 2
bag icon
daggers,
here.
a short sword, and a
Oh,
short bow.
okay. Doy, okay, I'm just seeing that now. Okay, my apologies. Yeah, but granted, if I throw those, I have to run over and pick them up, though, which would suck.
You also have a short bow. You can shoot them with your bow, with a short bow if you want to.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll do this.
they have
Well,
short-
does
okay.
does changing weapons require an action?
No.
Perfect. Like you see the bow and everything. Like I'm almost about to go for it, but then I just stop and like, wait a minute. What am I thinking? One of my other the dagger short sword wasn't the only weapon that I ended up carrying with me. As long as I don't move, I just pulled that out. You just gave me an idea, Simon. Just turn right over to them. I just kneel to get myself into proper position rather than moving. Bonus action, steady aim. So now I have
I was
advantage
about
on
to
trying
recommend that.
Yay! See? There we go. I smartened up a little today.
Yeah.
Okay, so now with the let me pull the damn thing up again. So now with the short bow,
And then attack with advantage.
attack with advantage. Here I go.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Yes. Okay. So how do I roll the
We
damage
apply
right here?
sneak attack damage to that.
Mhm.
I would like to apply it. Yes, please. So how do I go about rolling the damage and sneak and everything here?
So your sneak attack damage is currently 2d6. So when you hit the damage button, it's going to say situational bonus beneath the damage number. Put 2d6 in that category, and then hit roll.
Okay, so how do I damage with the short bow here? What do I do?
Click the damage button. You see where it says short bow attack damage? Click the damage button.
Okay,
It has a
There's
star
one-
icon next to it.
star icon
In
next to
the
it?
in the chat messages log.
In the chat messages? Hold on, I'm clicking star, I'm clicking
On the right hand side of the screen.
right hand side of the
If you're in the combat encounter list right now,
Yep.
right next to that, click on the where it says chat messages, the two chat bubbles.
Oh, I see it. Yes. Okay. Did that. Yes, so now I roll damage, okay? Alright.
Yep.
There
And
we
then
go.
Like-
Situational bonus, put in 2d6.
2d6 for situational. Yes, plus 2d6. Okay. Then I just
Hit the roll
do
button.
normal?
Yep.
Normal.
Yeah, normal. Okay.
So you hit. See, plus 2d6. Oof. Oof.
Oh.
Oof. That is a lot of damage. You just did this thing dirty. You hit it for 20 damage.
Nice.
I hit
I
it.
just want to comment that you rolled max damage on your sneak attack. By the way.
What? What? Okay, so
You see that number, that 20?
yes.
Click the 20.
Hold on. 6. Oh, can you imagine if I got a 6 on the first one? That would have been the freaking devil's number. Holy shit.
So you did
Oh.
a massive amount of damage. This arrow, as it sinks into its end cake, it reels back and starts shrieking in agony.
I just silently muttered to myself, yeah, like I haven't heard screams like that before. Time to this. Oh, and now I gotta move this. Combat order.
That
Enter.
uses your action and your bonus action. So yeah, that is your turn. Asami, your turn. Also, by the way, this thing is no longer prone because it got up when it sprayed at you guys.
Excellent.
Smack.
That'll hit. Roll damage. It's still up. Does it is badly hurt, but you are also badly hurt.
I forgot such and text chat existed. Whoops. I see it now.
Kick.
All good.
What are you gonna do next?
We're going for this flurry of blows.
All right. That one will miss. That one will also miss.
All right, that was fun. Thank you.
Hiroshi, your turn.
See. So, let's see here. Make sure I got a good range. Hiroshi sees that this insectoid creature is pretty near death here. So he, raises the hand that's not focused on the other one, keeping up the spell that's keeping the glow up on it, and he is going to cast the Sacred Flame cantrip.
Nice, nice.
Are you saying fireball?
Not quite fireball, just fire ray.
All good.
It fails, roll damage.
All right, so that is. There we go. Damage. Roll.
Hey.
Max deeps.
It dead.
Huzzah! All right.
And then with a bonus action, he is going to cast Healing Word on Asami.
Make sure you talk to Asami and then roll your dice. So Asami, you get some health back, but you're still pretty beat up.
And that is my actions, and I end my turn.
All right, Simon, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna actually try and be useful.
All right, and how far away are you? You're 75 feet away. I believe that is within range of a light crossbow.
Yep, it's 80, I believe.
Yep. All right.
And he's glowing.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
that'll hit. Roll damage.
Doink! This radiant
Doink.
thing of light goes.
Max damage.
Wicked.
Still up.
I end my turn.
All right, Cassandra's turn. Cassandra is now going to try and put this thing out of its misery. Oh my goodness.
I believe in you,
She rolled a-
Cassandra.
She rolled a 3 and a 4 on that first attack, by the way. Second attack hits, and she does 5 damage. And she's going to use Action Surge. She's going to try to hit it again.
Yeah.
There we go. And it's also dead.
Nice.
Combat is over.
Awesome.
So you
Tommy's
remember?
just gonna
Remember
start
what I
walking.
did? Remember what I did with the owl bear? How I was looking for reagents. I'm gonna start looking for reagents that I can make out of the sand keg.
Alright, give me a moment. And encounter. Yes.
I just breathe a heavy sigh, getting myself back up from kneeling with that other short bow shot. Closest being to Hiroshi, I just walk over towards him. How are you holding up, Tanuki?
Doing okay. It hurts a little, but at least I was able to protect you guys.
I'm very appreciative.
Simon,
of that.
give me a survival check.
Hiroshi, could I bother you for this very deliberate thing I'm going to try to do? This premeditated thing, in fact.
Yes.
I just need a little bit of guidance, if you would. Thank you kindly, darling. Ooh.
Before he casts that, he moves over to where he.
As a note, would I know, other basic things about Ankegs? Like what they do to farmland? How on one hand they aerate the soil, which might be causing tunnels, which might be why things dried up because the water is no longer in reach of the topsoil beyond, rain. Or conversely, that they might be what's responsible for going after, like, cows and stuff like that.
That would require you to have to investigate the farmland area
Okay.
and if there are any inkigs in the area. You are nowhere near a farm, so you would have no ability to understand if the two things are related.
Okay. It's just the history of what they normally do in Faerun.
Thanks to that check, you managed to successfully remove a useful organ from the Ankeg, which you remove its acid gland, which is the organ which allows it to spray the acid that it keeps hitting everybody with, which is essentially is its gizzard.
Wonderful. Thank you kindly.
Okay.
After he helps Simon out, Hiroshi goes back over to Yuto. How you holding up? You were able to get out of the way, but that thing hit you pretty bad.
With me being 27 out of 28 health, I'm just sort of inspecting myself. There's like a couple of scratches on me here and there, but I'm able just to breathe rather calmly. A few scratches, but nothing nothing I haven't been able to stave off before. But then he looks up at Hiroshi again. That magic. You'll have to forgive me for acting surprised. Up until now, I've had to fend for myself by using whatever I could for bandages, any cloth scraps or even leaves sometimes. Never have I ever been treated to such magic before. It felt rather interesting.
I must say, my link to Amaterasu does give me some advantages in situations such as these.
I just smile and just nod towards him, but just doing like folding my hand paws here and just bowing to him once again for thanking him, and also then just saying, "If you wish, we can chalk this victory up to your goddess, Amaterasu, was it?"
It was not. It was not me alone. Everyone else assisted too.
Asami's over there sitting on a rock, doing the traditional.
Hiroshi kind of sees
Oh
her
my
over there and
God.
just kind of makes his way over there. How are you holding up, Asami?
Oh, it's just a regular Tuesday, acid, burning.
He does. Yes.
Oh.
Let's see here. He does use a healing word spell to bring her back up.
It works.
Better?
These things aren't native to this region. These things should be in the plains to the west.
If that's the case, what are they doing here?
I haven't a clue.
Then turn over to Simon. Do I dare ask what you're doing with that corpse over there?
I'll be
That
right back.
depends. How brave are you?
Brave. I don't know whether to feel truly terrified by asking that. Are you trying to harvest its organs?
Oh, just some of it. So, some of magic, when you're using it to make magical things, requires bits and pieces from other entities. The inherent latent magic left in their bodies.
Ah, I see. Certain material components for magic.
Mhm.
I've seen some magic shops that require some of them before, but I never bothered to go into them because, sadly, I haven't really been as magic savvy. Not that I would know of yet, anyway.
Oh, I know a thing or two about magic, but not nearly everything. That's why the crossbow bolts I shoot glow.
So I see. I must say, those are rather unusual. I know there is some arrows that people have fired with wrapped up papers of fire on them, but they normally use that to try to bring people out of buildings, to set fire to places. But things that naturally glow on its own, I've only heard stories before, but never seen them till now.
Oh, I magically make them glow.
Quite fascinating.
And Simon just kind of side eyes Yuto with a Anke gizzard loosely in one paw.
He just silently stares at it with just like almost horrified eyes. A stare there as if like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? He doesn't complain at all. He just sort of reluctantly and timidly kind of helps to help Harvest probably a little bit. Like trying to
Would you
remind
like
himself.
touch it?
Like to touch it. He thinks for a moment, he just closes his eyes to himself. And like you don't hear him say this, but he just thinks in his head, it's just a body. It's just a body. You've dealt with bodies before. You're an assassin. It's just a body. An overly large worm body you've never met before. He just said he starts like touching it.
The gizzard is just slightly squishy. And he goes, don't press too hard. There is acid in there.
Oh boy.
Yes. This is what
I hate to be
vomited
strayed by that
onto.
again.
Yes.
Well, we happen to have any vials that we could store these in. These could come in handy on our enemies.
Would you like it then, to throw at them or squish and aim at them?
Would you mind?
I'm almost curious to see what you'll do with it, and he hands it over.
Very well. Okay. So, assuming Dark's cool with it, I think I may have 1 or 2 vials of the Ankag acid. And then meanwhile, I just look over towards Hiroshi, seeing them like still treating everyone's wounds, but not tending to himself as of yet. Are you holding up okay as well, Hiroshi?
I'll be fine. It still hurts a little bit, but I'm more concerned of making sure everyone else is okay before I worry about myself.
I see, I see. Well, I have good news and bad news then. Which would you like first?
What's the bad news?
I am very sorely tempted to, magically mend you.
What's the... And that's the bad news. What's the good news?
Well, I would of course wait for your permission before I did so.
Yes, please, that would be helpful.
Wonderful. And he looks at Hiroshi and goes, I believe in you.
Aww. That's a good literal way of doing a healing word.
Eight hit points to the raccoon.
Yuto says to himself.
I don't know what that means, darling, but, sure.
Send him back.
Oh,
Welcome
my apologies.
So,
We have
just as a heads up, Dark, while you were out.
Okay, I was able to hear you. I have a Bluetooth headset. I just can't talk because my microphone is a stand microphone.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
I'm looking at the corpses again, like while Simon was like just like harvesting all the stuff and everything. Just look between that and the other one. It's like really impressive with like how you just methodically do everything, and also just take a look at the rest of the party. It's amazing like how we all somehow banded together and just haven't died despite like the sudden threat that just came about from things that aren't even native to this area.
Yuto, if I could make a suggestion to you. As we travel, we are more likely than not going to be attacked.
Yeah.
And
Understandable.
he preloads his crossbow and goes, it pays to be prepared.
I just sigh quietly. I appreciate the reminder. Having been chased after all my life, and having had my own fair share of being attacked, I wouldn't put it past the party to be attacked themselves.
Would you
I'll
like
keep that
the
in
good
mind.
news?
Having had a life of bad news, and a good bit of good news every now and then wouldn't hurt. Absolutely.
I want you to think about this encounter, to think about what happened methodically, step by step. People who pushed you out of the way, those who magically healed you. And then I want you to question yourself as to whether or not you are truly alone.
He just stares at Simon silently, just about letting those words sink in. There was a deep, hint of, concern and, there he says it, care in that voice. He just looks down, just in, silent contemplation. He sort of wants to smile, and even though he doesn't, he's also thinking, oh. He's just, gently thinking to himself there for a moment, and he just nods softly, keeping that in mind.
Simon nods, satisfied, and goes, pats the Anke gizzard and goes, enjoy your new toy, darling.
Sandra looks over at Yuto and he says, if we were truly the type to turn on each other, would not have Asami and Simon already have tried to kill each other by now?
I don't know about her, but I typically wait for a much better opportune moment where I can't be, put at fault for it.
That's why if I die, you'll be blamed regardless.
But I won't be at fault for it. I'm just here to watch the opportunity when it happens.
You'll miss me when I'm gone.
It'll be difficult to shoot you, that is true, if you're not here.
Once again, Yuto stifles another chuckle.
I'll catch it. Don't think I won't.
Of course you won't. You won't be here. That's the whole point.
He just goes silent as she sits there and nurses her fucking wounds a bit.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, let's continue on our way.
Yes. Start talking out character. How do you feel about me having 1 or 2 vials of the Ankag acid?
That'll be considered alchemist acid. I'll give you 2 items of it.
Yeah,
I did hear it while you were talking. Well, while you two were talking about it.
Excellent. I appreciate that.
You'll see an item in your inventory. There's 2 of them.
Yay. Sweet. Thank you very much.
Do keep in mind that those can be used. A bit of information is that acid can be used in more applications than just combat. Keep that in mind.
True. Yes.
All right, I'm going to bring you guys back to the Blackwood Forest map.
Yes.
All right, you guys continue on your ventures. It quickly becomes nighttime. You guys decide to pitch camp. We all know how it goes from there. So you guys can go ahead and take a long rest. As long as you have Brutus and Erica there, you don't have to worry about encounters during the evening when you camp. So
Can you
everybody
do
can
my-
take a long rest.
I kind of lay down. Can you do mine for me? I'm kind of laying down because my rib is killing me. I'm trying to nurse it as best I can.
Your rib is killing you? What the heck happened? Did you break your rib?
Oh no, you didn't hear about this last week. I fell on concrete and smashed my rib and bruised it.
Damn.
Ow.
I would like to, I do not take a rest. That's what I have the hirelings for. But I would like to spend a little bit of time talking with them, building rapport, getting to know them.
All right. For Erica, what do you say?
Tell me about your family. Do you have any brothers, sisters, just parents?
You try to get to know a bit more of Erica, and she only told you a little bit that she is from a poor village in the plains to the west that borders the Blackwood Forest. And He was taught how to shoot by her father, who is a retired soldier, a retired marksman for the army. And she was recruited into the Blackwoods after her father was essentially dragged off to prison because he couldn't afford to pay outrageous taxes in that kingdom. So her intense dislike of, you know, cities and kings and queens, even monarchies of any variety, is stemmed from how she believes all of them are corrupt.
Oh, I fully.
What do you ask Brutus?
Brutus, what in the multiple hells do you eat to get that strong? What is your exercise regime like? How is the bacon
Brutus.
made?
Brutus just says that he's always been large, big boned, and he got his strength literally from just helping his father carry, like, chop down trees and carry logs to a lumber mill.
I'm not fat, I'm big boned.
Hey, I didn't call him fat.
Respect.
I called him very strong.
Respect my authority.
Oh my god. Talking out of character, I didn't want to say anything before, but like when I was referencing how Simon was like having a hard time like trying to fly at me before in the last session that we had. I don't know why. Just the visual I had was just if you ever saw the episode where the South Park gang they were trying to like run to each and every house to try and watch a certain Terrence and Phillip commercial, they were running back and forth. You see Eric go.
It's more like you know Titan AE.
Titan AE. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that.
Okay, well, it's a pretty good movie, and there's these winged things that help the main character decipher a map, and they pick people up by their shoulders and fly with them. And when they're picking someone up, I imagine that's the kind of encumbrance that Simon looks like he has when he flies.
Nice. I'd have to see those creatures in particular, but I can visualize that. Yes.
All right, so Simon, you say you were not sleeping?
I'm not keeping watch. I am sleeping.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Has Longshot decided on any other additives to his name yet? Or is he happy with just Longshot?
Longshot will remain as is until the next session when I actually have time to sit down and create his character sheet properly.
Double thumbs up. I ask Longshot what their favorite food is, though. If they could have
Their
any
favorite
meal-
food is melon.
Ooh, any specific type?
He literally prefers just a regular melon. Doesn't like anything fancy.
Wonderful. Excellent.
All right, day comes, and you guys continue on your travels. On this day, you guys manage to follow the map to the last stop before you would have to start making your plans to assault the castle of Blackwood. And this is a fairly big fortress. As I get you guys all sorted. In this one, you literally, because there's just trees everywhere, you have no way to determine the best angle of approach, so you just make your way slowly towards the stronghold, avoiding the front gate.
Would I happen to be able to catch any like back entrances for like any vantage points where we're at or anything? Would any of us be able to do any kind of perception for that?
That is something that you will have to figure out as you guys decide to approach.
Would you like to go scouting, Yuto?
I just simply nod quietly to Simon, if that's okay with you.
Oh, I'm hardly the party
Here you
leader.
are.
And with a soft smile, I just proceed to. Normally I would put the mask on, but I know that's still. Actually, no,
This is
that
the
would have been
next day.
24 hours. Yeah, next day. So with that said, I just slowly smile. Then I just take a look at the mask. I just breathe quietly to myself, veil it over myself. Can I just get down low?
Wait, before you go.
Oh no. Yes. Sorry.
Hiroshi,
Just
Yes.
do you think your goddess would be willing to give them a little bit of a sneaky boost?
Ah, yes,
As this is
I
very
think I might be
premeditated.
able to assist with that. Now, keep in mind, Yuto, this will only last you 1 minute. And I must keep my concentration on it for that 1 minute. So, do this as quickly as you can. Okay?
I shall try to be worthy of my mission.
And he will cast guidance.
Hey, okay. Ah, guidance, and why? Yes.
I do the usual minor illusion of a screen to help kind of give the party cover while we wait.
All right. So Yuto, you have two
Yes.
directions you can go to. You can go to your west or to the north. Which direction do you pick?
Let's try the west, the one that I was going before. So I would be, I guess, probably going this way.
I want
You can move however much you wish to make your character move. If you can
much I would.
physically see a token, you can see them.
Okay, I'll go over here to start. Like, just keep it around the corner there. Nothing there. Or this way. Oh. Oh. Not yet. I just go back a little bit. Because I see a wolf. What looks to be some sort of lupine creature around the corner. Could I use perception to try and determine, like, how heavily armored they are or anything, or what they're holding on to them?
Also, advisory: you are not stealth unless you actually asked to do a stealth check.
Oh, okay.
And by the way, speaking of that, that is actually something I forgot I have to do with guidance. So, for the check, I am going to give you, the check I will give you guidance on is stealth.
Stealth, which I appreciate, thank you. Stealth, let's see. I have +8 to the stealth, so at least with that it'll like help solidify things if you could like get with the guidance. So let's see. Ready? Here I go. This will be normal. Oh, that helps.
That completely hidden. But however, even if you rolled a nat 20, keep in mind that it's still currently daytime.
Yes.
If you even if you're sneaking, if you're out in the open, they will see you as plain as day.
Oh yeah, no, I know. That's why I'm not gonna go any further than where I am right now. But with that stealth, I was able to successfully like at least see them from afar and know there are at least one, maybe two wolves around the one corner there. How are they looking?
The wolves appear alert. They're staring out. They have their arms crossed and they're just looking back and forth. It seems
Medium?
like the word of your party's escapades have reached to this stronghold. They are not idle.
Simon begins writing a letter. Ooh, okay. Does it seem to be light armor, heavy armor on them, medium?
I'll need a perception check because you're trying to get a closer look at their armor. So I'll need a perception check.
All right.
This will be a fairly medium to high DC.
Fairly medium to high DC perception. I'm willing to risk it. I would like to use the lucky if that's possible, or like if
You may use lucky on any roll.
If that fail ends up alerting them, I would like to use lucky instead.
That won't. You're just looking at them. It wouldn't alert them because you're not trying to make any noise.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. But would I see anything with that's no, actually, I'm gonna use a lucky anyway to try and see that again. Why not? Only the one. And what would lucky do? Is it advantage or disadvantage, or just skip that?
Reroll the dice.
Okay, just close out that and then just re-roll the dice. So perception and normal. It was gonna show 18 at first. Come on, game. All right. Don't know what kind of armor they have, but I know for a fact that they are alert. And there's certainly like quite a lot of them over there. Gathering what I could do. I will do.
From what you can tell, that looks like the front of the fort.
From what I could tell, yes. In that case, I'll just silently make my way back over towards the others to report what I've seen. I'm asking myself. There seems to be a few lupines out from what I believe is the front. The entrance looks heavily guarded for the most part. From what I could tell, that looks to be the front of the base. The word must have gotten out to us rather quickly.
Considering that we've been knocking out their bases one at a time, we've been doing this for almost a week already. I'm not surprised they know that we're likely coming.
Did they say? Did I believe Brutus said that there is no back entrance to this fort? Am I correct?
We can still try to take a look, or we can keep him to his word.
It would not hurt to take one more check if Yuto is willing to do so.
No worries. I'm always willing to allow a second pair of eyes.
So I go ahead and refresh the spell on him to reset its duration.
I will need
Alright.
a new stealth check, Yuto.
New stealth check? Let's see. Stealth. Normal. Nat 1. No, I'm lucky in that. I'm lucky in that. Oh, what?
Yeah, for skill checks, Nat 1 critical fails only apply on attack rolls. Just to let you know, attack rolls, saving throws, etc.
Okay, all right.
It does not apply on skill checks.
All right.
Same for Nat 20s, unfortunately.
That's fine. Would a 12 be able to do anything? Because if it doesn't, I may have to consider another lucky.
You believe you're hidden.
I believe I'm hidden, but I kind of wanted to be sure. I'm going to do another lucky. That'll be the second one of those, so I'm going to see. And then stealth one more time. Normal.
Yeah, with lucky rolls, you have to use the new roll, whatever it is. All right. You believe you're fairly confident that you are hidden.
Okay, 19. Putting the veil on again.
Stay against the wall. Don't try to move too far out when you're moving towards the north. There, Yuto.
Looking back towards Cassandra, I nod in acknowledgement. Same with Hiroshi. I received a slow. Yeah.
I will show first Hiroshi what I have written and go, what do you think? I'm going to DM it to you, Hiroshi.
Against the wall there. Notice to do this like 5 bits at a time there. Up, and there we go. And even from that distance, I'm able to see them just around the corner. Never hurts to look again.
That is not necessarily a bad idea.
All right. So what is I remembering from the group to try and gather from another perception check again, please?
What are you trying to do?
We're trying to see if there's another potential entrance.
Oh, another potential entrance. Okay, so now I'm just looking for alternative entrances. This is like from the front from what I saw. Mm-hmm. So scale on the walls there. Another round that way, but...
Look into the north.
Yep, so now I'll look into the north instead. There's still time, fortunately. There you go, up. Oh, I should zoom out, it makes it be easier. Nothing there yet.
While Yuto is out scouting for us, how about I have a letter delivered somewhere inside the walls? One simply requesting their surrender.
All right, pause there, Yuto.
Sure. Pausing right there.
How would you get it in?
I have an idea.
What is your idea?
Since Brutus and Erica are members of their group, why not have one of them possibly deliver the letter?
Because what is to stop them from capturing them and executing them on the spot as a traitor?
Well, they would not necessarily know. Would maybe one of us going with them be a thought?
Quite honestly, Yuto said that the main entrance is just this way, correct?
Yes.
I was thinking swing just wide enough that I could tie this around a crossbow bolt and shoot it in that general direction, somewhere where it would land in their line of sight. Not hitting them, but close enough for them to see it.
However, would shooting a crossbow bolt alert them to the point where it would just alert them and they would not even look at the message?
I don't know, that's why I'm hoping it, lands with its ass high up enough in the air that they see that there's something very visibly wrapped around it.
That would be the answer to your question, Hiroshi, would be a no. It is quite often, even during war, that opposing armies often shoot letters and other notices to each other using an arrow.
Actually, Simon,
Hmm.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than a crossbow bolt,
Mm-hmm.
Yuto has a longbow.
Yuto has a short bow.
Maybe
Short bow,
a
short
short bow. Excuse me. He might be able to use that, which might be seen as slightly less threatening, wrapping it around an arrow rather than a crossbow bolt.
I don't think it really matters. Bolt or arrow, the ammunition wouldn't determine hostility. It all depends on how
Fair.
it's been written.
So this is what I have so far. Hail, Blackwood Stronghold. I am writing to request that you surrender. We do not wish to cause unnecessary casualties and understand that you have only turned to banditry because of the situation with the farms and law enforcement. We are looking into both the political corruption and what exactly is preventing food from being produced. Please stand down and engage in conversation with us instead of combat. Brutus and Erica have, after all, requested that we spare whom we can. To denote your compliance, please send out the highest ranked member of your group for negotiations, or at least someone with the ability to enforce the decisions they make.
I believe that will get the point across. All right, we're going to pause this here. We're going to go over to Yuto. Yuto, you see to the west. It looks like you see some collapsed lumber.
Yes. So I've noticed.
However, give me a perception check.
Yep. Okay. Perception. Normal. Back it up.
You can hear somebody on the tower above you walking around.
Ooh, what's the conversation? What do they say?
They don't say anything.
They just
You
walk.
can hear them walking around. So you know that there's somebody up in the guard tower above your head.
So there is a potential other entrance, but there are guards way up above. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gather that information in mind, I'm just silently like nodding to myself, sort of a ha moment without actually making any noise, just like observing. Pointing to myself, one over there. With that, I just quietly make my way back over towards the group. Going along the wall. Going along the walls just to make sure I don't cause anything. And I approach right to the group, unveiling myself again. Yes.
As they are finishing their conversation, Yuto, you hear them discussing how you just hear Cassandra saying it doesn't really matter what ammunition they use. And then you both all see Yuto walking back towards you all.
Ah, welcome back. What have you learned?
So apparently to the north, there seems to be some debris on the other side of the walls. Some walls seem to have collapsed in, which may potentially be another way in which enough force to try and break it down. The only problem is, there are more guards up above. They're still walking around. Everyone is alert.
Wonderful. So, if this doesn't work, then we infiltrate through the back. Sound plan?
This seems to be the best way for this. Yes.
Speaking of this, I think we should explain our plan to Yuto. May I?
Absolutely, darling.
So, Yuto, we have a plan based on what Brutus and Erica told us. Simon has written a letter asking the bandits to stand down and to send someone for negotiations to let them know we are looking into the situation with the farms and the corruption in law enforcement in the area. If they are willing to do this, that might allow us to deal with these bandits without ever firing a shot or swinging a sword.
Under persuasion, you mean?
Or really
Yes.
just firing the one shot to get the message over there.
Indeed, we were thinking of having Simon use his crossbow and wrap the message around the bolt and basically fire it into the wall without hitting anyone to deliver the message to them.
I just contemplate to myself for like 1 or 2 seconds, then I just look up. May have to be careful just in case they immediately don't even give it a second thought. I've heard there are some guard towers with some bandits or even some encampments of like random bandits that always that typically don't that are only just all brawn, no brain. In other words, there are some out there that are completely illiterate. What they lack in brain power, they make up for with a lot of just simply shooting first and asking no questions at all. So wherever we decide, we better have some backup plans. A lot of them.
My other thought would be to have, Brutus and Erica come with us when we start the negotiations to show that we do indeed have them with us, to show that we're not just
If they seem disinclined to fight, then yes, I would be willing to do so. But otherwise, I do not wish to pit friend against friend, former comrade against former comrade.
Would we ask them to, if the fight if it does become a fight, we could ask them to retreat rather than fight.
Yes.
If that's
Remind me, the standard measurements of time here, you all know what 1 hour is, yes? You use the same measurements of time?
Yes.
Wonderful. And I add, you have 1 hour to the bottom of this letter.
I say, let's all hide somewhere in the bushes, have Simon use their little illusion trick to fire the bolt. That way we can stay in complete cover.
Wonderful.
Agreed.
I agree with the rest of the party and then smile mysteriously once again. So Simon's the one who wrote this note, am I correct?
Yes.
Indeed.
I open my eye once again, pull that joke a second time. So this is another case of Simon Says.
Absolutely. You understand the basic principle of my existence. Or at least, why I chose this name. Hiroshi, if you could, please. I just need long enough for me to get close enough to cast my little spell.
Yes, one moment.
Thank you,
I in
Colonel.
particular will hide among these bushes / trees. Because just in case they try to find us, if they try to scout for us, but if we're all hiding in the one same bush, then that would be a little awkward.
And so I'm assuming that you would want stealth, correct?
Yes, please, and thank you.
Okay.
I mean, you'll have to get to a point where you can actually see where you want to shoot at.
Yes.
If you can't physically see it, you can't shoot at it.
I'm trying to be sneaky. Simon,
Imagine
like
saying that
me.
you rolled in that one instead.
You watch as Simon literally becomes as silent as you as he sneaks away.
Like it's just like for a moment they're about to like walk out in like broad daylight. Like granted, like I was walking against the walls and everything, trying to find any kind of shading possible. It's like there's no way you'd be, and somehow they just disappear, and just my rabbit jaw almost drops. Like how?
Yeah, you want to know how I disappear? It's because every 5-foot movement I'm standing in a cube that looks like the area I just stepped into. And I move it with me. Okay.
Okay, there.
So I get here. And I'm going to cast it, move up. Alright. This should give me fairly good line of sight to here, right? Easy peasy,
Yep.
I can see that. Do I need to roll to hit?
No.
Okay. I tie my letter around the crossbow bolt, load it up, tunk, take my shot. And
All right.
then, leaving seeing this painting of the area behind, I will back up to the corner.
Character, I hope there's no Wilhelm scream.
So you have anybody watching to see the bandits' reactions?
I could try to silently watch from the bushes if that's
Unfortunately,
all right.
you're too far back to be able to
Oh, okay.
volunteer for this,
You know what, yeah.
Yuto.
I have the cover of my illusion. I'll hunker down. I'll go prone in my illusion and watch for a moment.
All right, Simon, I'm going to need you to give me three persuasion checks, each of them at advantage, and I want to see how many of them you succeed.
3
You
persuasion
cannot guidance
checks.
this. You
Okay.
cannot guidance this because if you guidance this, they will know where you are. Because guidance is a verbal component.
Joke's on you. I don't have guidance yet.
All right, that's the first one. Make the second one, and make the third one.
Ooh.
All right. So Simon, you see the band. You see the bolt thunk, and you see the bandits. They don't jump. They just look down it, look in the direction it came from, squint, and two of them draw their own crossbows, and they have them aimed in that direction. The one walks over to pick it up. You see him unfold the letter. You see him read through it, so you know that they're illiterate. And then you see him walk over here, open the gate, and step inside as the gate closes.
All right.
After it seems like a few minutes pass, and then you see the doors open up again. And you see these two bandits step inside. And a pair of bandits step out. And you notice that these are one man, one woman. You realize that there isn't just one leader in this camp, it's two. And you realize they're brother and sister. And they keep the gate open and they hold out a hand to the rest of the group. And you hear shuffling above. And you hear somebody climbing down a ladder. It seems that they're waiting to speak with you.
All right. Well, I hustle my ass back. This block of terrain. The illusion disappears soundlessly, and Simon is just standing there brushing stray grass off of himself and goes, "Well, it seems that they are waiting to speak with us. Shall we go and get Brutus and Erica? And Longshot as well, if they wish to join us, of course."
I'd say yes. The more members of their gang we have, the better, so they know that we have been treating their members the best we can.
Wonderful. And I will go and get Erica and Brutus, and I will let them know what we have done, and I will let them know what we hope to do, which is negotiate for the final piece of the map. Maybe even try and get these guys to turn away from banditry. Or if, be on call if necessary, if we need help clearing out whatever it is that's causing problems in the region that's, affecting the farming.
Who all is going to speak with the bandits and who is staying hidden?
Simon is going to speak with the bandits.
I'm keeping my tail hidden.
Let's see. I think Hiroshi is pretty good at persuasion, so he's going to go with Simon.
Is Longshot coming with
He'll
us?
kind of be, yeah.
Longshot will stay in the camp. Cassandra will accompany you. So it's Brutus, Erica, Cassandra, Simon, and Hiroshi, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm assuming
I didn't heard
Asami
anything from
is-
Shred.
Yeah. Shred, how you doing?
I was muted. I guess there's no reason for me to say it, and I'll go with. I just can't get up right now because I took a muscle relaxer, and it's starting to feel really, really good. To just have it relaxed.
All right.
All right, so
300 pounds falling on concrete, man. It
There's a
does
ping.
not feel good.
Oof.
didn't realize you were that heavy.
I've come down a lot, and I've slimmed up. It's hard to drop past 300.
Yeah, it's an entire diet change. You have to do lots of exercise. You have to stay on top of it because even one slip up causes you to just relapse back into it again.
Yeah.
All right, so this is where we once again make use of our favorite music.
No.
Because this will also require checks and so forth. As you all approach the bandits, the two have their arms crossed. They're sitting there waiting for you. As you approach, the man is holding up the letter. You wish to speak? Speak.
I will look to see if anyone else wishes to speak before Simon starts opening his mouth.
So,
Sandra is acting more like she's just there to be there in case things go sour.
Hiroshi takes a step forward. I believe you're familiar with Erica and Brutus here, correct?
You're aware of them. Get to the point.
We've become familiar of the farm situation that your group is going through, and we've agreed with them to look into this as well as the corruption in the area. We'd like to, in exchange for your cooperation, assist you with those situations.
Seem to be looking at you a bit, and they look at each other. Is there anything else you wanted to say before you let the NPCs deliberate?
Simon, anything you'd like to add?
What we want, of course, is for you to be able to return to your homes in peace, to be able to set aside banditry, to return to whatever peaceful lives you may have had before, enriched with food and, if at all possible, gold. There are some considerations that will need to be offered on your part, however. Are you willing to negotiate with us?
Considerations such as
I've heard that Xerxes used to be a lord before the shogunate disowned him after he went rogue.
that's common knowledge. Get to the point.
He is currently your employer, yes?
He's our lord, not our employer.
So you're saying your lord doesn't pay you? That's very interesting. But I digress. I am willing to look into why he went rogue in the first place, and why he was disowned, and if it is for, how do I say this, morally inopportune reasons, unfortunately justice must be done, but I would hate for his sins to have to fall on your heads. We promised Erica and Brutus that we would spare those whom we can, so I do ask that you surrender and give us the piece of the map that you have.
And why would we surrender to you?
I'm sure you're aware of our involvement in the area and the lack, therefore, of survivors beyond those few who we have managed to refrain from putting to the sword.
Yes, but those individuals weren't ready for you. They weren't aware that you were causing them harm. We, however, are very much now fully aware of you. So, you bring up an interesting point. You say you're interested in looking into our food shortage. You don't know how our lord got disowned by the shogunate.
Yes.
He
This
tried
is
to convince the shogunate that he tried to convince the shogunate that something unnatural was causing the farmlands to die out, and he wanted to take a score of men to go investigate it. But the shogun, for whatever reason, declined. And when his lordship decided to take matters into his own hands and go investigate anyway, he was labeled insubordinate and stripped of his title. That was when Bedlam came to us and offered us a way to reset the balance. If you want us to agree to hand over the map, here's a counter offer.
Hmm.
We'll agree to not only hand over the map, but we will take you to see Xerxes himself. And you can plead your case to Xerxes. If peace is your true goal, why not speak with the man who's in charge of everything?
I look at the others going, this is pretty much what we want. I'm okay with this. He goes, a moment for me to deliberate with my allies.
You may.
Wonderful.
As a DM, I would like to take a reminder. You can see all those NPCs beyond the doors.
Hmm.
I would caution against trying to fight here. This would be considered. Might turn into a TPK situation if you fight at this moment.
Seeing all of them massed up behind that door, I believe it would be. I believe it would be suicide for us to attempt an assault. I believe our best option is to take this off. However, I will bring the offer to the rest of our party and get their input as well, if I may.
Certainly. I look at Brutus Nerka and I go, does this satisfy your request?
They both nod.
Wonderful.
So Hiroshi comes back over to where Yuto and Asami are waiting. Well, we have an offer.
Do.
Yes. They are willing to take us directly to Xerxes and plead our case in front of him. And in exchange, they would offer us the piece of the map, as well as take our offer to, as long as Xerxes agrees, assist in dealing with the farm situation. What say you?
What's the catch?
They've provided no catch from what I've heard. Something that they've told us that we did not know before is that Xerxes was part of the shogunate. He offered to investigate the farming situation in this area, but then he was branded a traitor and kicked out simply for requesting to learn the situation.
Again, Simon, if you want.
I'm super good at this. Well, I believe him.
Yep.
You believe him? You just reply back, tweet, tweet, motherfucker.
So, Yuto, Asami, what do you think?
I don't know what to think.
I mean, this does meet our original goal of being able to meet Xerxes and find out more about the situation.
I merely just furrow my brows. It seems a little too easy, the fact that there's no cash behind anything. Every deal that I've ever known of, that I've ever heard of, always has some kind of a catch to it, especially when they don't say anything. It's only until when they reveal at the last moment that everything goes south. Even if this all seems legit, I recommend we still have ourselves some backup tactics if we go to see Xerxes.
I agree. I believe we should be ready. However, we must not let on that we are prepared for a potential trap.
In that case, Yuto looks over at the place, knowing full well that somewhere within there has his mother's weapon. He'll just sigh, just quietly to him. He just like thinks to himself, and just with a sigh, he does nod towards Hiroshi. Very well then. Only a slight detour, but that shouldn't make things too complicated.
So, I guess there's no point in hiding anymore.
Very well. I land with the rabbit folk-like grace right on my feet paws out of the tree. Alright, I just follow Hiroshi. I make sure not to have any weapons on me. Not to have anything drawn.
I'll bring Sami over.
And I'm just silently observing, like, the situation. Like, yeah, I certainly quietly agree with everyone. Going in there, if you were, like, just balls to the wall trying to attack, it would have been a full-on idiotic move. So it's a good thing that negotiation was a better option in a situation like this.
I mean, Simon has opinions, but he's not going to say them out loud.
Cassandra looks at her companions, and she looks at the two captains. We agree to your terms, however, we will all meet them. And the band captains nod to this, and one of them waves over, and you see this person run over, and you see the male one turn towards her, and he says, "Go inform the Lord to meet us at our usual rendezvous." She nods, and she takes off into the wilderness.
To which might
And
I
then
know
the
the
female one-
names of our lovely negotiation conversationalists?
Earn the Lord's favor, and we might. However, we will not be taking you to the castle. There are too many eyes from the north there. The raiders would have a very strict control over the lordship in the castle. Instead, we will take you to see the Lord outside of it at a usual rendezvous.
Understood. Discretion is the better part of valor, as they say.
All right. And it is here that we will call to a pause for today,
Okay.
because in the next session, you guys will be going to go meet Xerxes himself.
Ooh.
I would take this time to think of how you are going to approach it. For the camp, you could just say that you're outside of the camp in a small area, planning your next moves. The two bandit captains walk back into the fort and close the gates. And I think Kret should head off to go rest.
Yeah, probably.
I love how this. I love how this whole thing has sound effects with it, which is really cool.
I had to do that. I had to set that up manually.
All right. Thank
That's
you,
You know,
pretty
I-
good.
guys.
Yeah,